Team USA is forcing Caitlin Clark to change her infamous 22 number.
What is unfolding right now inside USA basketball is nothing short of astonishing. Even longtime insiders are struggling to process how quickly this situation spiraled out of control. Sue Bird, a Hall of Fame legend, a cornerstone of women's basketball history, and now the managing director of Team USA, has reportedly been caught in the middle of a crisis no one saw coming. And when the details began leaking, the reaction was immediate and explosive. According to multiple reports, Caitlin Clark privately informed Team USA officials that she is prepared to step away entirely if she is not allowed to wear her iconic number 22 jersey. Not negotiate, not compromise. Walk away. That single message hit like a lightning strike. Number 22 is not just any number. It is the most recognizable jersey in women's basketball today, instantly associated with Clark's rise, her record-breaking performances, and her global fan base. Sue Bird's response to this ultimatum reportedly sent shockwaves through the organization. Executives began scrambling. Analysts started connecting dots. Conversations that were supposed to remain private suddenly became whispers throughout the basketball world. And right at the center of it all was one managing director trying to hold together a structure that seemed to be cracking in multiple places at once. This is not minor locker room tension. This is not a disagreement that can be smoothed over with a press release. This is a full-scale crisis with the potential to alter the future of USA basketball itself. When the most influential player the sport has seen in decades quietly draws a line in the sand, the consequences are enormous. And when someone like Sue Bird is reportedly blindsided by the fallout, you know the situation has reached a dangerous point. Before we break down how this unfolded, what Sue Bird allegedly said behind closed doors, and why Caitlin Clark's stance has resonated so strongly, take a moment to reflect. If you were in Caitlin's position, would you really walk away from Team USA over a jersey number? That question alone has split fans, analysts, and former players right down the middle.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not a very creative person. I was born on January 22nd, so it's what I went with when I was about 5 years old.
At the core of this controversy lies a decision that many are now calling one of the most baffling self-inflicted mistakes in modern women's basketball. Team USA reportedly demanded that Caitlin Clark give up her signature number 22 for the upcoming December training camp. A move so unnecessary, so poorly timed, that it instantly ignited backlash across the basketball community. Sources close to the situation describe Caitlin's response as calm, firm, and unmistakably final. If she could not wear her number, she would not attend camp. No theatrics. No social media post. Just a clear boundary. And that boundary sent Sue Bird into crisis management mode. Emergency meetings were reportedly scheduled. Advisors were consulted. Leadership began asking how something this simple had escalated so fast. It's important to understand something fundamental here. This was never about a number alone. It was about respect, identity, and recognition. Asking Caitlin Clark to surrender number 22 is not like asking a role player to adjust. It is asking the face of the sport to detach from the symbol that defines her entire basketball journey. Fans reacted immediately. Social media platforms flooded with outrage. Analysts openly questioned whether USA basketball truly understood the generational figure they were dealing with. Caitlin Clark is not just a star, she is a cultural force. Her presence draws global attention, sells arenas, shatters viewership records, and brings unprecedented visibility to women's basketball. And the timing could not have been worse. The controversy erupted just as Team USA was preparing for its highly anticipated Star Camp in North Carolina, scheduled for December 12 through 14. What was supposed to be a celebration of talent, featuring stars like Paige Buchers, Juju Watkins, rising prospects, and veterans, quickly became ground zero for controversy. Reports soon confirmed that Caitlin had been assigned number 17, a number with no connection to her legacy, her brand, or her history. And that decision alone fueled an online uprising. Fans encouraged her to stand firm. Commentators argued that greatness should be honored, not constrained. Because when a player changes the sport the way Caitlin Clark has, institutions don't strip meaning away, they elevate it. To fully grasp why this decision struck such a nerve, you have to understand the cultural weight of number 22. Caitlin Clark hasn't merely worn that number, she has become synonymous with it. Just as Michael Jordan is forever linked to 23 and Wayne Gretzky to 99, Caitlin Clark and 22 are inseparable in basketball history. So when Team USA attempted to separate her from that number, many observers saw it not as policy, but as a power move. A reminder of who controls the system. And that perception only deepened when another critical detail emerged. No other player on the Team USA training camp roster was assigned number 22. The number wasn't retired. It wasn't claimed. It wasn't reserved. It was simply left unused. That revelation changed everything. At that point, this could no longer be dismissed as logistics or oversight. It raised uncomfortable questions about intent. Why force the one athlete most associated with the number to abandon it, when no one else was wearing it? The logic collapsed instantly. Neutral observers began questioning leadership judgment. Fans accused the organization of minimizing its biggest star. And that's when Caitlin's leverage became clear. She does not need Team USA to validate her career. She is already a champion, a record breaker, the most marketable figure women's basketball has ever produced. Olympic glory is meaningful, yes, but not at the cost of erasing the identity that built her legacy. All of this landed squarely on Sue Bird's shoulders. As managing director, she is responsible for shaping the future, managing relationships, and ensuring stability. Instead, she found herself navigating a crisis created by her own organization. Insiders describe her reaction as tense and increasingly urgent, attempting to find a solution without fully abandoning the policies that caused the backlash in the first place. But here's the reality. Sue Bird does not hold the leverage here. Caitlin Clark does. And that truth is what makes this situation so volatile. Caitlin Clark has already proven herself at every level of basketball. The honor of wearing a Team USA jersey loses meaning when the organization behind it treats its most visible athlete as expendable. If Caitlin walks away, Team USA loses more than a player. They lose ratings. They lose global attention. They lose cultural relevance. This controversy also taps into deeper frustrations that extend far beyond one roster decision. Women athletes have long fought for respect, fair compensation, safe travel conditions, equal recognition, and a voice in decisions that affect their careers. When the most influential woman in the sport is sidelined symbolically, the message reverberates throughout the league. Add the backdrop of looming WNBA-CBA negotiations, years of players feeling undervalued, and increasing tension between athletes and leadership, and this jersey dispute becomes something larger. It becomes a symbol, a breaking point. Yes, other stars like Aya Wilson and Cameron Brink have also worn number 22 in different contexts. Historically, those situations were handled through communication and mutual respect. This situation was different. There was no competing claim, no conversation, just a unilateral decision. When the official roster confirmed Caitlin Clark wearing number 17, the backlash exploded anew. For many fans, it was proof that this situation was never misunderstood, it was mishandled. And now Sue Bird is tasked with repairing damage that never needed to exist. So the question now shifts to you. Should Caitlin Clark walk away from Team USA, or should she compromise for the sake of the jersey? Whatever happens next, one thing is certain. This story is far from finished, and its outcome could reshape women's basketball for years to come.